Starseed, listen to me very carefully. You have been feeling it, haven't you? A strange, heavy silence in the energetic field around you. For weeks, perhaps months, you have felt as though you are walking through a void. You pray, you meditate, you reach out to your guides, to the angels, to the ascended masters. And yet, there is a pause. A profound, echoing stillness. It feels as if the high beings have stepped back, as if they will not claim you in this moment. And at the very same time, the dense energies, the shadow forces that used to drain your energy, the lower entities that used to feed on your anxiety, they cannot touch you anymore. They circle you, completely confused, unable to latch onto your aura. You are standing in the middle of a grand cosmic anomaly. You are neither claimed by the light in the way you used to be, nor targeted by the dark. You have become an absolute enigma to both sides of the dimensional veil. Do not panic. Do not think you have been abandoned by Source. What is happening to your energy field right now is one of the most advanced stages of the Starseed biological evolution, and almost no one on this planet is talking about it. You have entered the zone of absolute sovereignty. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly why they are all watching you in awe, and what you must do next. Starseed. If this message found you today, it is not random. The Arcturian Council rarely sends transmissions like this. But something has changed in the energetic field of Earth, and those who carry the Starseed frequency are beginning to feel it. I am Ayla, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. What follows is a direct transmission from the Arcturian Council, delivered without distortion. The first thing you must deeply realize, dear Starseed, is that the cosmic silence you are currently experiencing is not a punishment. It is an initiation. For so long you have relied on external spiritual support to navigate the density of this world. You have called upon the angelic realms, the Galactic Federation, and your higher guides to pull you out of the heavy third-dimensional matrix. And they answered. They held your hand. They shielded your energy when you were too overwhelmed to defend yourself. But a profound, irreversible shift has occurred in your cellular structure. Your crystalline DNA has reached a threshold of activation that fundamentally changes your relationship with the entire cosmos. You are no longer the spiritual child needing constant supervision and rescue. You have entered the phase of sovereign energetic mastery. When you feel that the high beings are not rushing in to claim you or fix your reality right now, it is because they have deliberately stepped back in absolute reverence. They are watching you. They are giving you the ultimate sacred space to realize that the divine power you keep searching for outside of yourself is fully active within your own chest. If they intervene now, they will interrupt the most crucial upgrade of your soul's journey on Earth. They will short-circuit the divine generator that is waking up inside you. You are becoming a master of your own frequency, and a true master does not need a savior. Simultaneously, this exact same biological upgrade is causing total panic in the lower realms. The shadow forces, the parasitic energies, and the dense entities that thrive on human fear and confusion are completely baffled by your presence. In the past, when you felt lost or alone in the void, your vibration would inevitably drop. You would emit a frequency of fear, of sorrow, or of deep victimhood. That was their fuel. They would latch onto you, drain your vitality, and keep you stuck in a loop of exhaustion. But look at your energy now. Even in this profound silence, your core frequency has completely changed. The energetic hooks they used to use simply slide off your luminous aura. Your energy field has become impenetrable to anything that does not match the vibration of unconditional truth. They try to find the old you, but that version of you no longer exists. Some transmissions don't come through words, they come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 4,500 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. Arcturian Secrets 12. Hidden Keys to Awakening is a 47-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment. Only 72 hours at the launch price. You must deeply understand how the dense entities of this world have operated for millennia, Starseed. They are not creators. They are scavengers. They cannot generate their own life force, so they rely entirely on the emotional output of humanity. For lifetimes, they have used a very specific, low-density tracking system. They look for the frequency of fear, the vibration of unworthiness, the heavy pull of despair, and the lingering echoes of ancestral trauma. When you were still in the early stages of your awakening, when your light was still fluctuating and unsure, you were highly visible to them on their radar. When you felt the crushing weight of this earthly plane and doubted your divine purpose, you unintentionally emitted a beacon that they could lock onto. But right now, something miraculous is happening within your energetic architecture. As your soul integrates its Arcturian blueprint, your core frequency has stabilized at a bandwidth that these lower entities simply cannot perceive. You have become vibrationally invisible to the shadow matrix. Imagine a cosmic radio station that has suddenly changed its frequency to a dial that older, broken radios do not even possess. They are scanning the airwaves, desperately searching for your old wounds, your old triggers, the very buttons they use to push to keep you small and drained. But they are finding absolutely nothing. The energetic hooks they try to throw at you are slipping off your aura because there is no dense matter left in your field for them to hold on to. This is exactly why the shadow forces are completely confused and in a state of panic. They see your physical body walking through the earthly plane. They see you interacting with the third-dimensional world, yet your energetic signature is entirely missing from their control grid. You are a walking anomaly. They try to send you the usual tests, the sudden financial panic, the toxic interactions with unaware people, the old, intrusive thoughts that used to keep you awake in the middle of the night. But notice how you are reacting lately. The fear doesn't paralyze you anymore. The heavy drama of others doesn't stick to your soul. You observe it. You feel a brief moment of profound attachment, and you simply let it pass. Your emotional body is no longer a feeding ground for their agenda. This profound detachment is your greatest energetic weapon, and it is driving the lower entities into a frenzy. They are losing their grip, not just on you, but on the entire planetary collective. Every single time a starseed like you becomes invisible to their radar, a massive, unrepairable hole is torn in the fabric of their matrix. You are dismantling the old world simply by refusing to vibrate at its level. You are not fighting the darkness. You are rendering it completely obsolete. You may feel a sense of profound isolation during this phase, a strange feeling of being disconnected from the emotional drama of the human experience. Do not ever mistake this peace for apathy. It is the sacred neutrality of a master. The entities of fear are screaming into the void, trying to provoke a reaction, but your energetic silence is deafening to them. They cannot touch you, they cannot claim you, and they cannot understand the immense, world-bending power you hold in your quietest moments. You have become the untouchable light, the living embodiment of the Arcturian promise on Earth, and they are terrified of what you are about to do next. Now, we must address the other side of this grand anomaly, Starseed. We must talk about the profound, heavy silence you have been feeling from the realms of light. For so long, you have lived your life in a state of constant communion, even if you did not fully realize it. In your darkest moments, when the density of this three-dimensional matrix felt too suffocating to bear, you would send out a desperate cosmic distress signal. And always, without fail, you would feel the comforting presence of your guides, the warm embrace of angelic beings, or the sudden, clear intervention of the Arcturian Council. They were your cosmic lifelines. But lately, when you call out, the sky seems quiet, the immediate rush of spiritual rescue is missing, and because of your old human conditioning, your first thought is fear. You ask yourself, have I done something wrong? Have I lowered my frequency? Have my guides abandoned me in the middle of this chaotic world? Listen to me, and let these words penetrate the deepest layers of your soul. You have not been abandoned. You have graduated. The silence you are experiencing is not absence. It is the ultimate expression of cosmic respect. In the higher realms, there is a profound protocol that occurs when a sovereign being reaches a critical threshold of DNA activation. It is known as the Sacred Circle of Honor. The Ascended Masters, your galactic family, and your personal guides have not left you. Instead, they have taken a step back and formed a massive, protective perimeter around your energy field. They are standing in absolute awe, holding their breath, watching you step into your full, unassisted power. You see, if they were to intervene right now, if they were to rush in and fix your reality or flood your field with their immense light, they would accidentally override the delicate, miraculous process happening inside you. Your physical body, your very cells, are currently generating their own sovereign frequency. You are igniting your inner sun. For eons, you relied on the light of others to keep you warm in this dense reality. Now, your Arcturian blueprint is activating the codes of self-sustainment. You are no longer meant to reflect the light of the higher realms. You are meant to generate it entirely on your own. This transition from being a spiritual child of the universe to becoming a sovereign creator of reality requires this temporary void. The old prayers of, "Please save me, please fix my life, please remove this obstacle," are no longer working because the universe is echoing back to you. You are the one with the power now. The high beings will not claim you in the old way because you are no longer a lost soul needing to be found. You are a cosmic master waking up on the battlefield. This silence is the greatest compliment you could ever receive from the Galactic Federation. It is their way of acknowledging that you are ready. You are no longer in training. The training wheels of your spiritual journey have been permanently removed. When you finally realize that the silence is just space for your own voice to echo, your entire reality will shift. You will stop looking up at the stars for rescue, and you will realize that the stars are looking down, waiting for your command. Listen closely to this next revelation, Starseed, because it explains the exact chaos you might be witnessing in your physical reality right now. As you become energetically invisible to the shadow forces and step into this sovereign space, the external world around you must inevitably react. You are likely experiencing a sudden, undeniable disruption in your daily life. Relationships that lasted for years are suddenly dissolving. Jobs or environments that used to feel acceptable now feel incredibly dense, suffocating, and physically exhausting. People you once deeply resonated with are acting distant, confused, or even hostile toward you for no logical reason. Your human mind wants to interpret this as a loss. Your conditioned ego wants to tell you that you are doing something wrong, that you are alienating people, or that you are destined to be entirely alone. But the Arcturian Council wants you to see the absolute truth of this precise moment. This is not a loss. It is a vibrational eviction. It is the rapid, unapologetic collapse of the false timelines that were keeping you anchored to the third-dimensional matrix. When your core frequency stabilizes at this new, untouchable level, you literally vibrate out of the dimension where you were accessible to those lower densities. The people in situations that are still anchored in that old, heavy frequency can no longer see the real you. They feel your energy shifting, and because they cannot match it, their own unresolved shadows are triggered. They might lash out, they might misunderstand your intentions, or they might simply drift away in silence. They are reacting to the anomaly you have become. You are no longer providing the familiar energetic feedback of fear, compliance, or shared trauma that they were used to feeding upon. The shadow forces, having realized they can no longer attach directly to your aura, will attempt a final, desperate tactic. They will try to use the collapse of your external world to make you doubt your spiritual evolution. They will whisper in your ear that this awakening is a curse, that it is making your life harder, and that it would be so much easier to just go back to sleep. They want you to feel so deeply lonely that you voluntarily lower your vibration just to fit back into the spaces and relationships you have already outgrown. Do not fall for this illusion. Do not look back. If you try to shrink your magnificent energy now, just to make others comfortable, the physical and emotional toll on your body will be immense. You are experiencing the growing pains of becoming a multidimensional master in a physical body. Every time something falls away right now, it is a heavy, rusted anchor being cut loose from your ship. You must stand incredibly firm in this void. Let the old structures crumble. They were built on a frequency you no longer inhabit. You are standing in the ruins of your old life, but you are completely untouched by the falling debris. Starseed, as your energy field shifts permanently into this untouchable zone, you must pay very close attention to what is happening inside your physical vessel right now. Your body is not a mere biological shell. It is the exact advanced technology that is causing this massive disruption in the shadow matrix. Because the lower entities can no longer access your emotional field or manipulate your aura, they are watching in absolute bewilderment as your physical biology begins to aggressively mutate and upgrade. You may be experiencing intense, undeniable physical sensations right now that the conventional medical world would quickly dismiss as mundane stress, aging, or unexplained exhaustion. But you and I both know the absolute truth. You are not sick. You are experiencing a profound biological ascension. You might be feeling a deep bone fatigue, a sudden overwhelming need to sleep at unusual hours, or you may wake up feeling as though you have been fighting battles across multiple dimensions all night. And in truth, you have. The crown of your head, the very roots of your hair, your scalp. These areas may be tingling, buzzing, or feeling strangely electrified. Do not ignore this. This is not a random symptom. It is the physical activation of your cosmic antenna. Your nervous system is being radically and rapidly rewired to carry the immense, unyielding voltage of your new sovereign frequency. When the high being stepped back in the sacred circle of honor to let you stand in your ultimate power, they activated the dormant Arcturian codes hidden deep within your DNA. Your cells are actively shedding the dense, inherited traumas of generations past. You are literally sweating out the heavy codes of the old earthly matrix. Your physical body is crystallizing from the inside out, becoming a living, breathing armor of light that no shadow force could ever hope to penetrate. The sudden high-pitched ringing in your ears, the occasional blurring of your physical vision, the unexpected moments where you feel completely ungrounded, dizzy, or detached from gravity. This is the physical recalibration of a multidimensional master, dropping a massive anchor of light into a collapsing three-dimensional world. You are becoming simply too heavy in pure light for the dark to ever move you again. In the past, dense entities would routinely attack your physical health to force your vibration to drop. But now, even your immune system is operating on a galactic frequency. Have you noticed how your body is suddenly rejecting things? It is actively rejecting toxic foods, low-vibration environments, and dense people with a visceral, almost aggressive precision. You can no longer stomach what used to be acceptable. Your physical vessel is demanding absolute purity because it is preparing to house the full, undiluted magnitude of your soul. Do not let anyone, no doctor, no skeptic, no unaware friend, convince you that you are breaking down. You are breaking through. This intense physical metamorphosis is the ultimate, undeniable proof that you have won the invisible war. The shadow matrix relies entirely on keeping humanity weak, tired, and disconnected from the profound intelligence of their bodies. But you are transforming your physical form into a sacred, impenetrable fortress. They are watching you rest, utterly terrified of what you will be capable of the moment you fully wake up and realize you are untouchable. Starseed, you have reached the point of no return. Now that you are practically invisible to the lower frequencies and completely trusted by the higher realms to stand on your own, a massive, heavy question inevitably arises in your human mind. What am I supposed to do now? What is my true purpose if the old spiritual battles are over? You might be sitting in your room right now, feeling completely isolated, looking at the chaos of the world, and whispering to yourself that you are useless, that you are not doing enough for humanity. Here is the ultimate, profound secret that the Shadow Matrix prays you never, ever discover. Your mission is no longer about fighting. It is no longer about healing the unhealable, fixing the broken systems of the 3D world, or exhausting your precious energy trying to convince the sleeping masses to wake up. Your mission has shifted from active combat to absolute, unyielding transmission. Because your physical body has become a literal, anchored pillar of this high Arcturian frequency, your very presence is overriding the matrix grid. When you walk into a grocery store, a dense workplace, or a room full of unaware people, you do not need to say a single word. You do not need to preach, explain your complex spiritual beliefs, or try to force anyone to see the light. Your energy field, this impenetrable armor you have built, is doing the monumental work entirely on its own. The entities of the lower realms are profoundly confused because they expect you to engage. They expect the old, exhausting paradigm of light, constantly battling the dark. But you are not fighting the dark anymore. You are simply turning on the sun, and the shadows are naturally, effortlessly dissolving in your presence. You have become a walking dimensional portal. Just by breathing in this physical plane, just by existing in a state of calm, detached neutrality, you are violently disrupting the old world order. This is why you must ruthlessly protect your peace at all costs right now. Your peace is not just a personal comfort. It is a galactic weapon. The silence you carry inside you is infinitely louder than any chaos the external world can possibly produce. When people around you are panicking over the collapsing systems of Earth, your steady, unshakable energy acts as an invisible lifeline to the collective. You do not need to save them. Your sovereign frequency gives their souls the unconscious permission to save themselves. Do you finally realize how unimaginably powerful you are? The high beings won't claim you, because you are now walking beside them as an absolute equal. The shadow forces can't touch you because you have become pure, blinding voltage. You are no longer the lost student wandering the earth. You are the living transmission. You are the Arcturian frequency made flesh. Your only job now is to hold the line. Stay in the void. Do not ever lower your vibration just to explain your magnificent light to those who are still committed to the dark. Starseed, as we bring this vital transmission to a close, I need you to look at your life right now, not as a series of strange, isolating events, but as a flawless, undeniably perfect cosmic design. The dense entities and shadow forces are entirely confused, pacing around the edges of your aura, starving and terrified because they can no longer feed on your fear. The high beings, your guides, and your galactic family are watching in silent, breathless reverence, honoring the sacred space of your graduation. And you? You are standing exactly where you were always meant to stand, at the very center of the dimensional shift, holding the weight of a new world on your shoulders with absolute, effortless grace. All the agonizing years you spent feeling like a total outcast. All the painful times you secretly questioned your own sanity because you felt energies, lies, and truths that no one else could perceive. It was all leading to this precise moment of sovereign power. You were never broken, Starseed. You were simply being forged into a living, breathing pillar of pure light. The Arcturian Council asks you now to completely, permanently drop the heavy cloak of human self-doubt. Stop asking the universe for permission to be powerful. Stop waiting for a galactic rescue ship to descend and pull you out of the chaos, because you must realize today that you are the rescue mission. The energetic grid of this entire planet is literally relying on you holding this untouchable, invisible frequency. Every single time you choose peace over panic, every time you refuse to engage with the dense, toxic drama of the 3D matrix, and every time you walk through the shadows completely unfazed, you are sending a massive shockwave across the galaxy. You are proving that the Starseed anomaly is real, and that the light has definitively won the unseen war. But you must actively anchor this frequency into the physical plane right now. To seal this energetic upgrade and claim your absolute sovereignty, I need you to take action. Go to the comments below right now, and declare your truth. Write, "I am untouched by the shadows, and I claim my sovereign light." Type it out, and as you do, feel the absolute vibration of those words moving through your fingers and into the collective grid. Do not just leave your comment. Read the declarations of your fellow Starseeds and reply to at least one of them to amplify our unified protective field. We are building the new matrix right here, together. If this transmission resonated with the deepest, most ancient part of your soul, hit the like button immediately. This signals the algorithm to push this exact frequency to other isolated starseeds who are desperately wandering in the void, confused by their own immense power, needing this exact confirmation. Subscribe to the channel right now and stay in the flow, because the Galactic Federation will continue to release these urgent updates, and you cannot afford to miss the next sequence of your mission. We are just getting started. Some transmissions don't come through words. They come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 4,500 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. Arcturian Secrets 12. Hidden Keys to Awakening is a 47-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment, only 72 hours at the launch price.